Freezing here. I have been frozen off. Let me see. Might be a bit of a delay. Let me know if the connection's all right and you can hear me, everyone. I'm in my trusty spot of Morrison's car park as normal. What's everyone doing today? It is -4 here at the moment. I was meant to go and do a finish off 2 roofs that I started yesterday today, and yeah, it's frozen solid. It's a scrape job as well, so I can't even steam it off and heat it all up, so bit of a nightmare. Hello Eric, how's it going? Hello Charlie. No roof scraping for me. Yeah, tell me about it, man. I was like, oh, I've only got a bit left to do as well. I just wanted to get it done so I can start the next job. But Eric all the way from New Zealand. Morning Mark, how's it going? Yeah, it's bitter here, absolutely bitter. Freezing here in South Yorkshire too, exactly the same as me. Yeah, it's no good, is it? I thought we might have got it. I thought we might have been lucky and got it out of the way in December, but unfortunately not. All dry down here in the West Country. Ah, lucky. Morning from Michigan. Hello. What time is it over there then? It's got to be evening, hasn't it? Hello Jacob, how's it going? Gamers ahoy, keep yourself warm and cozy when working. Yeah, I never really get cold when I'm working, to be honest. It's just, I was just saying to Kev earlier, I don't mind the cold at all. I'll work in it, no problem. It's just I hate how it affects the jobs because you just can't get jobs done. It's so annoying, especially when you've got loads of stuff to do as well. It just sets you back, and it's like, it's a dry day. It's meant to be sunny later on as well, but I just won't have time. Morning, Becky. Morning, David. Perfect Pressure says, I've got 2 on today. 1 I have to finish from December, and it's just as frozen. Yeah, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah, -4 here, Eric, at the moment. You all right, Derek? 4 AM in America. Wow, you're up late, bud. All right, Andrew. I'm from Stone. Are you located near Stafford, as you met? Yeah, I'm in Burton-on-Trent, so I think I'm about 40 minutes away from Stone. I'll drive through there quite a lot. Morning, Sid. My machine's frozen. I bought it indoors. Yeah, luckily I drained all my tank and everything this time, so my machine isn't frozen, but everything else is. Where are we? Have you got a spade for pickups? A spade for pickups? Like a shovel knife. Evening, Anne-Marie. Freezing down in Essex. Sorry, I'll try and keep up with this chat. If anyone's got any questions and I miss it, just say it again because this chat disappears way too quick. Morning, Mark. Morning, Corey. OMA says I've got eye surgery in a few hours. Best of luck to you. Is it laser eye surgery, is it? Best of luck. Hopefully the recovery isn't too bad. See you later, Perfect Pressure. -6 at 5:30 this morning in Swad. Yeah, I think it's about -4 at the moment. Might be -3 now. So it's going to be 0 degrees or 1 degree throughout the day, but it's just nothing's going to thaw out in time from there, is it really? So, evening, Ra. What do you do with the crap you retrieve from the gutters? You can usually put it in the customer's bin, their garden waste bin, or if they've got like a tree line around the property, I usually just chuck it in there because it just mulches down anyway. So, hello, Helen. At 77, never thought I'd find what you do so interesting and rewarding what I do. Thank you, Helen. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. -6 in Scotland, says Scott. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't live in Scotland. Yeah, no work, Mark. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate that. Cold in Philadelphia, but it's 5 AM. Last video, use your hands. There could have been sharps in it. Oh, yeah, everyone said that. I did check it beforehand. Everyone was like, oh, there could have been needles in there and stuff. But I did have a look beforehand. I sort of like had a close inspection. I didn't have any thick gloves on me that day, but yeah, it was fine. How many jobs on today? Well, I had 2 roofs to finish, but I cannot finish them, unfortunately. Thanks, Project. Morning, Diamond. God, chat's going too fast. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, guys. Hope you all, mate. Waiting for a tyre to be swapped in the night today. Can it warm up, please? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Morning, Clayton. Jack says, what hypo do you use? Is it pressure washing specific? You can use any. So I usually use 14 to 15% hypo. You can get it from like farm shops, pool supply places, or you can use like a chemical pressure washing company to send you some out. I get mine from PWS now, the same guys that do the system in my van. They've usually got some in stock, so whenever I head down there, I'll just pick up a few. But I don't use too much of it, to be honest. I know there's a lot of companies out there that they'll fly through like thousands of litres in a month, but I probably only use about 200 litres in a month max. Louise says you might want to travel to England again. Yeah, come down, Louise. It's not too bad here, apart from when it's cold. If it snows, is it game over? Not really. It was snowing yesterday and I could still crack on. It's just when it freezes, it's just like, it's so frustrating. You can't get anything done. And obviously if you're pressure washing, you can't really pressure wash someone's driveway because the water runoff going into the road, it will freeze and you could catch a claim. So, would you get any neighbours say anything about getting spray on their cars or windows? No, I'll always knock the next door houses and say, there's going to be a bit of dirt, but I'll wash it off. Or if you want to move the cars now, that'll be good. Jay says, what's the worst and best thing about your job? The worst thing is the weather. It's a weather dependent job, so it is quite frustrating on days like this. The best thing, I guess the results, like when the customer's over the moon and happy, but for me personally, it's just the freedom of just being able to run my own business and work for myself. I'd never be able to go back to a normal job now, no chance. Chris says, what plans for New Year's, plans or new ideas do you have for 2023? So this year, I've said it in another video, but this is more of a YouTube focused year. So I'm just going to be like heavily focusing on like collaborations and making cool videos this year. The last couple of years, I've just put all of my attention into the business. So I've got the business up to a nice point now where I don't have to worry and stress so much about it. So yeah, this year I'm just taking sort of not a year off from the business, but I'm slowing things down slightly. I'm not like pushing as hard. I don't really plan to get another van this year at all. Or really hire many. I'll probably might hire one more guy this year and then that'll be it. And then next year is when I'll switch heavily focused back onto the business again, but we'll see how things are going, to be honest. With more people and more vans and more stuff and more equipment, it just comes with more stress really. So I do eventually want to scale everything up massive, but yeah, I don't know if I'm like mentally ready to do it, because it's hard enough just having 2 vans, to be honest, to making sure there's work for them and yeah, getting everything sort of the schedule on track, because notes and finances and things, that's my worst enemy. I'm terrible at it. Morning Smokey. Future pressure washing says, mate, just having to cancel the jobs, all frozen. Yeah, it's annoying because you cancel, you get like a week booked in or 2 weeks booked in, and then you've got everyone on their days set up and you say, yeah, there might be a bit of leeway a day out here if one job takes longer, but then when you get days like this, it just sets everybody back, and then you have to message everyone, say it's not going to be Wednesday, it's going to be Thursday. Thursday guy has to go to Friday, and it's just, it does my head in. Right, nice to stumble onto your channel. You give the trade a decent rep. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, there's only a few of us really that make videos, isn't there? So especially when I started, there was nobody that was really doing any roof cleaning stuff. There was a few pressure washing channels out there, but yeah, it feels like it's quite a new industry to YouTube really. In the UK anyway, there's a lot in America obviously, but in the UK it seems fairly fresh on YouTube. Steve says, waiting for my washer to be delivered at 2 PM, wicked. Hope it serves you well. RAB, Exterior Clean, good morning, hope you're well. Frozen over this morning, so no work, catching us on some videos. Yeah, wicked mate. Well, not wicked about the frozenness, is it? But Thomas says, how booked up are you this year? So I'm booked up currently till, I'm sort of good till end of February, so I'm kind of booking in March now, really. But there's still, like, if new jobs come in and they're close by, I can always squeeze them in. But yeah, I'm booked up really, kind of booking on for March now. Just started snowing there, unlucky. Andrew says, what happened to the old crashed van? It's still going, so I bought it, it got writ off, I bought it back, and that's the guy that works for me, worked out of that van now. I haven't actually driven that van, I think, since it's been crashed, or since I got this van, so yeah. What's the favourite job you've done so far? The tanks and the planes were cool there. Obviously, I don't make any money from doing them jobs, but I really enjoy them because I don't know, I just think it's really cool. So I really, really enjoyed doing them. They're hard work, but it's a lot of fun to do. It's just, I feel quite privileged to be able to work on something like that. Apart from that, my favourite jobs are always the playgrounds. I love doing them. They're really fun. And there's always like a nice difference to them as well. Hi Samson, hi Jane. Peace Samid, morning Sid, stay warm, very cold here on the Somerset coast. Thank you, mate. Hate doing video, I just want to clean, but the media side is definitely needed. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I get a bit overwhelmed with it. The YouTube stuff is like second nature to me, but I've been trying to focus more on the Instagram and TikTok and stuff, but it's like, oh man, it's so hard to find the time. And it's like, especially if I'm recording a YouTube video, then I'll have to like set my phone up on a tripod as well to try and make a completely different TikTok video about the job. And it's like, it gets into my brain. It like really stresses me out, but yeah, it's difficult. I need like a filmer, don't I? I need a guy I can pay just to do it for me. But yeah, I don't think I earn enough money to afford that yet. Thanks, Evan. Appreciate that. How was the KSI fight? It was all right. It was okay. The fights before it were better. Yeah, it was all right. Not bad for a YouTube fight. Karen says, how far would you... Sorry, guys, I've got to keep... Sorry for the phone shaking. I've got to keep... I don't know why YouTube don't just have the chat on the screen all the time. You have to keep pressing it, otherwise it disappears. How far would you travel if the job was interesting? Depends how interesting it is. If it's like going to be a wicked video, I would travel miles and miles across the country. Maybe even abroad if I had to. Johnny Wade, loving the new series idea of random free washes. Yeah, it's fun. When I've been driving to jobs, I've got a couple recorded now, so I'm gonna like stack it up throughout a week. Because yeah, when I sort of am driving to jobs, I'll spot things and stuff, and I'm like, quick, pull over and blast it. So the next one of that should be out within a few days, I think, if I can find some more stuff. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Hi, Michael. Bjorn, good morning from Norway. Wow, yeah. So I think if we're all complaining about the weather over here, I bet Norway is brutal. Derek, Instagram is so hard to find motivation for. Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, it's easy just to take a few pictures, but if you try and do the reels and stuff and make like interesting videos, it's quite difficult to do, I think. It's not difficult, but it's like you have to actively think about it. Where a YouTube thing, it's like I can just like do a bit of talking, film some stuff, set a camera up on time lapse, get some like real-time footage as well, and then I'm like good to go. It's quite simple to record because I'm so used to it, but Instagram, you've got to be a little bit more proactive with it. And because the videos are so much shorter, you've got to try and cram like everything in. So I find that quite annoying to do. Carl says, love the cowshed cleaning. Yeah, I'd like to get another one of them. That was a lot of fun. Carvetti, I'm a landscaper in Carlisle. I just wanted, what have I done? And maintenance side of the business as well. So I took the plunge. Thanks for your vids, learned a lot. Awesome, glad to hear it, buddy. Steve says, bought a second-hand partner van. Not sure it's big enough. Yeah, you'll run out of room quick, mate. I mean, this is a long wheelbase Vivaro, and I was like, huge. I'm never going to fill that up, and I filled it up already. And I'm thinking about getting one of them like Sprinter type sizes next, and then I'll probably run out of space in that. It's pronounced Sammy Ad. Sorry, mate. It's the Sand Fairy from 5 Children, and it's a children's book. My real name is Sam. Sorry for mispronouncing that one, Sam. Hello, Chelsea. How you doing, mate? I'm in cold Solihull today. I've got a job there this month at some point as well. Sid, have you ever rode Power Wash Simulator? I have indeed. There's actually a video, if you go back. I think it was at the start of COVID. I got sick. It wasn't COVID, but I was off sick really bad for like a week, and then I played that for a video. It's on my channel somewhere. Come clean our cow shed. Yeah, love to. Just send me an email and I'll be there if it's not too far. When you've done the stone window sills with your pole, did you use steam or just turn the pressure down? I use steam, so I'm using a turbo nozzle on it. So for when it's like you've got to do the very top sills, I usually just use a turbo. Low pressure, about 90 degrees heat, and they usually come up really nice. But the close-up ones that I can get to, I'll use like a fan nozzle and use about 120 to 150 degrees. Miliardo says, did you ever think when you started this job that one day you'd be YouTube famous doing things like cleaning tanks and jets? I definitely didn't expect to have as many subscribers as we've got. I expected to be cleaning some like cool stuff, because when I started the channel, like a few months after I started, I was like, right, I'm going to start keeping an eye out for some cool stuff to clean. So I knew that was coming, but yeah, I didn't expect to have this many subscribers. I still don't, to be honest. It still baffles me a bit. Tis me. Is there anything you'd really love to clean but haven't had the chance yet? So yeah, I want to do a boat. I'd like to do like a submarine, which would be crazy. Like, you know, when they get, like, obviously for repairs and maintenance, they'd have to be like lifted out of the water. So I'd like to see if I can get sort of friendly with somebody that works in a place like that, so I could get clearance to come in and clean it, because obviously there'd be like barnacles all over it that you'd have to like scrape off with like a hoe or something, and then blast it with a pressure washer. I'd probably have to rent like a much more powerful machine for that job, because it would be crazy. But I think like that would be the successor to the tanks and the jet, wouldn't it, really? Like a submarine or something. I think it would be awesome. But also I'd like to do that thing, you know, have you ever seen the videos online of when people do the scuba diving and they're like pressure washing underwater? They're doing something underwater. I've seen it before, using some sort of thing. I'd like to do a day with like a team like that, and just like, it wouldn't be pressure washing, it's like something different, but I've seen it underwater. It's like, I don't know, it's like really cool. I don't know what it is anyway, but something like that would be cool. I'd never take on a job myself doing it, but I'd like to like jump in with some other people. I'd like to do that, like anything that's like slightly related to the industry that I could go and like jump in with another company for a day and film a cool video would be good. Hello Ben, hello Paul, Hillary and Brian. Have you ever started a job and admitted defeat? Yeah, there's only been a couple. I think there's only been about 2 jobs that I've had to walk away from. I think both of them might be up on the channel actually. There's a few jobs I've went to quote and I've said I can't really do this, unfortunately. I don't want to risk it, but yeah, it's rare that I'll start a job and not be able to do it, put it that way. Thank you. I'm going to struggle with that one. Q Coke Kex, thank you very much. Cleaning roofs and things is better than doing sewers, which I also watch. Yeah, the drain and blocking and stuff. I'd like to do that for a day as well. That'd be fun. Have you ever seen how big submarines are? Yeah, tell me about it. If I'd be up for the challenge, I really would be. I should be, if I speak to Joe again, Joe knows a guy that owns an airfield that's got like some of the most biggest jets ever, Cold War jets, and they are huge. So hopefully I can get in there and do one of them at some point. That'd be cool. Hello James, all good mate, how are you? Morning Savage. Can I manage my business without using chemicals? You can indeed. So I never really used roof cleaning. You need to use some chemicals, but just pressure washing, it's not necessary. You don't have to. It just helps the job. So when I first started, I was a bit scared of them. So I was a bit scared of bleach and stuff. I had no training. I didn't really like, I was like, oh, I don't really want to touch that. And there was a few of my first jobs, there was a lot of black spots left. And I said to the customer, I said, look, I can go and buy some if you're not happy with it, and I'll come back and clean it and get those black spots off. And they were always like, no, don't worry about it. We're over the moon. We're really happy. But then I wasn't very satisfied walking away from the job. So then I was like, right, come on, Sid, just figure out how to use these chemicals and do it. And I mean, bleach isn't that bad. So then I started using it, and then I don't even ask anymore. It's just part of the job to make the job look best. So you do need them, but you don't have, if you speak to the customer and they're like, yeah, I don't want any chemicals, then that's fine. But yeah, you kind of do need them really. Thanks, James. Are you subscribed to Post 10? Yeah, I love Post 10's videos. He's such a quirky character, isn't he? I really like his vids. He's cool. I don't know how he finds all them places as well. Like, he must do some travelling to get to some of them spots that he finds. Chelsea, I remember when Sid didn't like bleach. Now he can't get enough. Yeah, I still don't use it on the roofs. I don't like using it on roofs at all. I've never used it on roofs. I much prefer using biocide or just steam if it's like clay tiles. But yeah, ground surfaces and walls and stuff, bleach is king, really. How cold is that? It's -4. Well, it's probably less now. It's probably like -2 now. But the roof I was meant to clean is frozen up. My old good memories of car washing. Wicked. It's all about learning and being confident about it. Too right. Hello, Billo, all the way from Brazil. Thanks, Steve. First thing on my shopping list was the XJet M5. Yeah, it's wicked. It's a really good bit of kit. I've got like a bigger thing now. Have I got it in here? Oh, I don't know. No, it's in the back of the van, but it's like a longer version. It's like a foam lance thing, which is very similar to a XJet, but it's like about this long. So you can be a bit further away. And it foams things up a little bit easier as well. Really good for like biocide on like huge areas and stuff like that. It's only -1 in Scotland, no good deal. Morning from Kentucky, been watching you for a long time. Thank you, Linda. Hello, Stedman, how you doing? You legend, just here to say hi again. Thank you, mate. Thank you for always popping by as well. I appreciate it. I really do. 137 people in here. I've nearly been on for 20 minutes already. God, it flies by. Flies by when you're having fun. Morning, Sean. -4 here in Dorset. Couldn't get to a job earlier due to weather and gridlocked everywhere. Same all around the country. Yeah, it is indeed. I've got a really itchy nose, but I think I'm getting a cold. My mum's place has old concrete tiles on the roof. Have you done? Yeah, concrete is the most common tile in the UK, to be honest, so they're fine to clean. Morning from Mobile, Alabama. Well, glad I could catch this live. Thanks, Jeff. Morning, Darren. How's it going, mate? Are you enjoying the new pad? Crystal Beings, morning, Brrrrr, indeed. When you say bleach, you mean normal household bleach? No, sodium hypochlorite, so it's basically just bleach, but not as diluted, I guess. I think normal house bleach is like 1.something% or 2% bleach, sodium hypochlorite. But the sodium hypochlorite we've got is like 15%, so it's much stronger, but you dilute it down anyway. You rarely have to use it neat. Sometimes I have to, but it's rare. I usually dilute it down to about 4%, something like that, 3%. Hello from Tennessee, says Joe. Hello, Joe. How's it going? Don't forget the like button, everyone. Thank you very much, Smokey. Appreciate that. I don't really know what the live streamers do. I just do it as a way to say hello to everyone, but I don't know if they help grow the channel or whatever. I'm not sure. Trying to convince Wirt to scrap these individual hoses and get a big reel like you have. Yeah, the reel's great. Yeah, it's a lot better. Saves on so much mess as well. And I'd find, especially like the sort of water feed hose that I use, oh, it kinks so bad. And it would take me like 20 minutes in the morning to unkink that hose. It was a nightmare. Steve says, do you drain the washer when leaving it in the van? Yeah, drain everything out, turn the machine on, make sure you get the last little bits out of it. And then, yeah, you'll prevent breaking anything when it freezes. Hello, Sid, when are you going to do the grave? Soon. I've spent the first like week of the year just filming YouTube stuff, and I was like, oh crap, I need to actually get my work done now. So I've got to do a couple of weeks of work, which I'll still film the videos on the normal work. And then I'll take like another week and go and blast out loads of video stuff again. So I've got to try and manage it if I can. Hello, Heather. What do you have for breakfast every day? Sometimes I don't eat it, but usually I just have a banana, which I haven't actually eaten yet. Sorry guys, I need a drink. It's like a day at work doing one of these lives, honestly. Hi Sid, how you doing? Don't know if you remember me messaging via Facebook. I'm a disabled chap in wheelchair in Glasgow. Hello mate, how's it going? In Glasgow, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's okay and everything. Oh. So is anybody out sat in the van at work today waiting for anything to thaw out? I'm not. I'm going home in a minute after I've done this, but I said to the customer, I said, I'll just whack the heating on for me and we'll see. I'll give it like half an hour and see if that roof starts thawing. But I was like, nah, no chance. So just cleaned a bit of stuff up and thought, you know what, might as well do a live. I'll go back and I've got a video to edit, so I'll do that in a minute. Selling the van, yeah, I'm next to a We Buy Any car stand. Yeah, I'm not selling it. I did think, I was like, I wonder how much they'd give me for it, but no, no chance. Matthew says, what recording equipment do you use? So I've got like 3 GoPros I use all at the same time for different angles, and that's about it. I don't have any fancy, like expensive camera rigs or anything like that, but I might get a nice camera at some point. I don't know. I just don't think I need it, and it'll get battered at work anyway. Morning, Todd. Watch all your videos. They're all interesting. Live in Leicestershire. Cheers, Todd. Nice one, mate. Appreciate that. What kind of roofing materials is used in the UK? Yeah, so it's all shingles in the US, isn't it? So most of our roofs over here are concrete. We have some natural slate, like Welsh slate and things like that. Some cement fibre, but they're not all too common anymore. And the rest would be like clay tiles, rosemary clay tiles, which are usually used on some of the more expensive houses, or I think it's about 1970s council houses have a lot of clay tiles on them as well. Snow's heavy in Pembrokeshire, gonna have to change plans for the day. I don't blame you. Thank you, Linda. More confident to do my own driveway. That's what I like to hear. Good stuff, Linda. Well done. I live in Alaska, so I can relate to the freezing. Oh gosh, yeah, imagine that. Again, like same as Norway. We can't really complain over here at -4, can we? When there's people that live in, well, people like you that live in Alaska. I bet it is crazy over there. Tide looks seriously. Already called it off today, Sid. Roofs and gutters completely frozen. Yeah, December screwed me up big time because it was freezing for like 2 weeks, wasn't it? And I had so many gutter jobs to do and I couldn't do any of them. And I hope it gets better because I just had another gutter contract come in yesterday. And that's for like 40 houses or something. So yeah, if that's frozen, that's going to set that back as well. I'm a carpet cleaner in Retford. We have problems with equipment freezing in the van. Yeah, so we have the same issue here. So I've had a frost protection thing put in mine from Darren at PWS, Precious Washers Stafford, which helps, so I can just plug it in. It's got like a little heater in the middle of the system, which keeps everything warm. So I plug that in on the nights. But yeah, it's still, I mean, if you don't drain the tank at the back, that will still freeze over. Even like the side inlets where the water go, where you will fill the tank up with water, that will freeze up as well if there's any water left in that. So that's actually frozen today, so I've got to leave that alone. But obviously you can thaw that out easy. It's just some metal fittings there, like a metal pipe. But yeah, if the machine freezes up, it's a bit of a nightmare. So you can use a heater in the van overnight or bring the machines inside if you can. But if they're mounted in the van, you kind of at your limit really. But one of my plans for this year actually is to try and find some sort of unit close by that has got enough storage to park a van in it, but it's so expensive. It's like the price of a mortgage each month to get something big enough that you can park vans inside. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the right thing to come up really, because I'd much rather just be able to park my van in a garage and just chill, not have to worry about it. Morning, Scott. I'm from northern Minnesota, 31 degrees Fahrenheit here. So what's that in Celsius? It's got to be cold, isn't it? My question is, what do you do with all the slop? So I usually let it dry out, and then I can put it in the customer's waste bin, or I can spread it in the garden or in any tree lines in places. If not, if there's nowhere to put it, I'll take it with me and dispose of it at the tip, as we call it over here. I don't know what they call it in America. Place that you take rubbish to anyway. Hello, Chris from Lisbon. Nice to see you here. Andrew says you use foaming chemical in your bleach with the X-Jet. Was it foam by itself? So yeah, you'll put surfactant in it. So you can buy official surfactant that you're meant to use with it from pressure washing supply places. Just helps give it that foam up so it sticks to the surface a bit more. Or you can use ulterior things that are known to be bubbly, but you're not meant to. How do you stop your hoses from freezing overnight? Same thing, frost protection in the van helps. Heater in the van will help as well. But it's tricky, it is tricky to be honest. At least with a hose, you don't have to worry. If a hose does freeze up, just boil the kettle and pour it over it, it's fine. If the machine freezes up, you don't want to risk pouring a kettle over that because you could crack it. So Miliardo says, how many clients of your know of your channel beforehand? Quite a lot these days. So last year it was rare. Maybe 1 or 2 jobs a month would come from YouTube, but these days it's getting up there now. It's quite a lot, to be honest, and it's nice. So I don't really have to explain anything to anyone, because people call me up and say, hi, I've seen the videos, can you come and give me a quote? So I'll go around. Normally I'd about to start my information splurge, where I'll just go, and this is what this does, this is what this does, this is how we do it. And they're like, no, I've seen the videos, yeah, just give us a quote, and it's fine, because I've already explained it in the videos, which is cool. So it saves me a bit of time repeating myself, to be honest, which is nice. And they already know how I work, so I don't have to try and sell myself. It's kind of already told, which is nice. Thank you, Alan. Sorry, I've missed a few messages here, guys. December was crap, snow, -8. Yeah, it was rubbish, wasn't it? Rubbish. Did it make you feel gutted? Just a bit, mate. Morning, Sid. Greetings from St. Church in very cold at the church. Hello, Simon. How's it going, mate? Very cold at the church. I bet it is. I bet it is. Debbie. Hello, Debbie. Have I missed anyone? All right, working my way down the list. Bits of Russia's pretty bad in some bits at the moment. God, I bet it is. Sorry, guys, hang on. Getting there. Hi, Sid. Clean ponds out for a living, so no work for me today. You could stab it with an ice pick, couldn't you? But yeah, that wouldn't be fun. How much work is there in that? Like, I've always thought that not that I'd ever take it up as a full-time job, because I've got this going on, but I'd like to do a few ponds and just, yeah, have a crack at it. I think that'd be quite a satisfying job. Might make a fun video. You need to move to Australia. There's no freezing here. You need sunscreen to work. I know. I would love it. I really would. Maybe one day. -5 in Sussex. Ask on a local farmer FB group for a shed. Yeah, I might see my unit at the moment is on a farm, but he had a much bigger area that he was going to rent out, but it was like, I think he said it was like £680 a month. And I was like, I'm not set. Like, if I was making money from the unit, I was thinking, my plan was, or if I can think of somehow to make a business out of it, then it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Because I just set my sights on making at least £680 from this unit, whether I was selling something from there or, I don't know, doing a training course from there or something. Then it would pay for itself, and then I've essentially got free storage. But yeah, I was trying to wrap my brain, and I don't really have the time, which is unfortunate, but I'll see, I'll try. Does biological washing powder keep moss away? Apparently so. It helps kill it, but I don't know if it keeps it away for any number of amount of time, really. It will do the job of killing it, but it will go back because it will dissipate very quickly, if you know what I mean. Is drain jet equipment usable for your type of work? Yeah. A lot of the drain jetters, though, they're very high litres per minute, aren't they? So you might struggle to keep your tank filled up because you'll use so much more water, I think, doing like a driveway than you would cleaning a drain out. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that, but yeah, I think it would be a big struggle because like we'll use thousands of litres in a day pressure washing. So could you do a video of cleaning the van inside out? I will do very soon because it's due. I do need to clean it. I was going to go and let somebody else do it, but I thought, no, I might as well do it myself. Did you choose this career or did you fall into it? It's called the dump in America. Yeah, that was it. That's what I was looking for. So I kind of fell into it. I fell into window cleaning, which is how I started. And then I chose to do this stuff, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I worked for somebody else, my best mate's dad, doing window cleaning. And I was like, oh, this is quite easy. I could probably do this myself. So I handed my notice in after about 2 years. And then it wasn't as easy as I thought it was to build a business. And then I moved around a bit. And then eventually I was like, sick of moving around, sick of building up window cleaning rounds and then moving to a different area after a year and losing all my customers. So I was like, what's the best money I've ever made? And I'd done like the odd roof clean here and there. And I was like, I wonder if I could make a business just cleaning roofs. So I started, and it was a struggle for like 6 months. I like only had a few jobs a month. Again, because I was in a brand new area, nobody knew who I was. Prices were a lot different here from what I was used to as well. And then I took up jet washing as well to sort of as some filler money in the summer of one of the years. And then, yeah, it just sort of grew from there. And then each year it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I started the YouTube channel and then, yeah, that was it. Now, Andrew, we're not exempt if, no, we are exempt if there's a hosepipe ban because we're a business. A Ponzi scheme. Paul's full of the dad puns today. Sunny in Malaysia. Oh, I wouldn't mind being there right now. I really like your pressure washing setup. Said, yeah, it's cool. I love it. Absolutely love it. William says, what happened to the collaboration between you and Ben? Yeah, it's happening at some point. We're just miles away from each other, so it's a bit difficult to find a job where we can link up on it, really. I think we were going to do something in January, but then I didn't hear from him, so... Hi, Georgie. Carvete, you need a surfactant. So you need a surfactant... I can't speak. You need a surfactant to put in with the hypo. You don't have to, it just helps. So ground surfaces, the reason I use surfactant on ground surfaces is to see where I've been. And it's easy to keep track and make sure you've hit everything. But you don't need to use it on ground surfaces at all. Because especially if it's a flat surface, the chemical's not going to run off, you know, unless it's a really steep driveway. And it will just sit on there anyway. But say if you're going to be cleaning like render or walls or anything like that, it's a vertical surface, so you need to get something to help it stick. So you'll start at the bottom and work your way up the wall, and then that way the chemical will stay on there for longer because the soap helps it stick, basically. Yeah, that's basically that. The before and afters of the ponds are amazing. Sometimes you're welcome to come give it. Yeah, let me know, man. If you get like a mad one, like a really crazy one, just shoot me an email and I'll come down and yeah, we'll make a video on it. It'd be cool. Just jet washed the van while waiting for it to warm up, which is a mistake. It's all frozen. Yeah, yeah, I bet it is. Currently use 32 gallons a minute. So what's that in litres? But that's a lot. That's a hell of a lot, isn't it? So yeah. Yeah, so if you're like, basically, because with, say, jet washing a driveway, you know, it'll probably take at least an hour, for example, and your hand's going to be on the trigger the entire time. So unless you rent standpipes, which I presume you probably do anyway, if you've got a standpipe outside the house, you're going to struggle with any house to have to keep up with the flow there. Because I presume you drain jet and it's a bit on and off, isn't it? You'll blast for a bit, stop, have a feel around, blast again. So yeah, whereas pressure washing normally, your fingers on that trigger for hours and hours at times sometimes. How much of the UK do you work? Most of it, to be honest, if the job's big enough or the job's cool enough. If it's a small job, I won't travel very far because it won't be as cost effective. It's just not cost effective for anybody because I'd have to overcharge for the fuel and the time as well. So if it's taking me 2 hours to get there and the job's only like a small job that's going to take a few hours, it turns that job then into like a full day job, which I'd have to quote for a full day for it just to make sure my business is profitable. So I'd usually just say to people, you're better off just calling someone local who's 20 minutes down the road because you'll probably save yourself a lot of money. Thank you. Gexe5. Thank you for the video, says Tom. I have depression, anxiety really bad. I appreciate that, mate. I hope it helps. I really do. Yeah, I know how you feel with that stuff, mate. Is there a hose pipe? I've read that. In retirement after 40 years of work, bored to watch many of your vids. Cheers, Steve. I'm glad it cures the boredom. What's your top 3 bands that you listen to on your trips to faraway jobs? Tame Impala. Who else? Kings of Leon. And I can't think of a third, but there's a few. Linkin Park sometimes. I like putting Linkin Park on and shouting in the van. Hi from Snowy Island. Watch your videos all the time. Cheers, Sam. Morning, Sid from Wisconsin. Thanks, Melissa. Thank you, Lee. Christopher, big man, cat litter. Is this cat litter is good for oil stains? Yeah, anything that absorbs it, if the oil's fresh anyway, so if you've just spilt it, you need to pile stuff on that could absorb it straight away. So yeah, sand, cat litter and stuff, that will help absorb it out, and then you can kind of steam clean it off, or use a bit of oil remover on it and pressure wash it off. Or a degreaser as well will work. Well, it won't work fully, but it will help. Thanks, Melissa, for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate that. Do you work alone? No, I've got one guy that works for me. He's leaving soon though. He'll still be doing days here and there, but he won't be full time with me anymore. I keep pressing the wrong thing. Just wondering if you're jet washing. Sorry guys, I've got such a dry mouth. If you're jet washing roofs with hot water, does it matter if the roof's frozen? Nah, it's fine. I wouldn't use like 150 degrees steam on it anyway, but like just 90 degrees, start at the top. That warm water will then run down the roof and it'll thaw everything out anyway. So by the time you get to like the second tile down, it's already thawed. So yeah, doesn't matter at all. It helps it. So if it carries on being frozen, I'm going to move, because basically I was starting this week of just doing all my scrape jobs that were booked in, my soft washing jobs. But if it carries on being frozen, I'm going to do all my steam cleaning roofs for the next few weeks instead, because I can work in any weather doing that. What PSI do you normally run your system on? I can't remember what PSI my system is now. Is it 3000 on something? Just max anyway. I have it on max. I just turn the well, I'll turn it down depending on the job. So again, it really depends. It depends on the job. So roofs, I don't really look at it in the PSI. I look at it in bar, which is the unit of pressure. So I'll do like a roof on like 100 to 120 bar. Driveway, say if it's a block paving driveway, max 250 bar, or 200 bar. I forget what specs my machine is, but yeah, anything fragile, turn it down. Anything solid, just whack it up. Toe Cut says, are you able to clean the John O'Groats Visitor Centre? If they get in touch, I'll do it. Thanks, James. I bet you sing it, lol. Who lives in a pineapple and lives in the sea? Yeah, I love a bit of SpongeBob, me. Sean says, just about to go live with my first roof clean. Good luck, mate. I'll tune in when I'm done this. Are you aiming for a 7-figure business or stay small? I'd like it. I would like it. It could happen. I could see how it could happen. But it would take a lot of planning. So the back end of the business would have to be perfect. So the organisation, the employee vetting and keeping an eye on everyone and scaling the business up. I definitely could scale the business up to that over time, over the course of probably 5 or 10 years. But it's the back end stuff that's the hard part. So I'd have to find somebody that was like really invested. I don't know if anyone watches Asheville. It's like a construction YouTube channel, but his right-hand man is like a legend, and you could see how he can really help his business because he cares about the company, and that's the hardest thing to find, will be someone that actually cares. No one's going to care as much as the business owner himself, but to find someone that really wants the company to do well and will do the extra times and will put in that extra bit of work to make sure you get there and make sure everything's perfect, that's the sort of person you need, you know, with ambition and stuff, because you can't do that alone. You could, but I doubt that you could, to be honest. I'm sure there's some supermen out there, but yeah, you need like a right hand man that's gonna like really help you out and care, you know, nearly as much as you do. Which I think that guy at Asheville, check out their YouTube channel if no one has already. It's really good. But yeah, his right hand man is good, you can tell. Hi Sid, I live in a 3-bed semi. Both houses have Velux windows. Neighbours are down pipe for drain. I'm correct, so biocide can be sprayed. Yeah, so biocide can be left on. It's not going to harm any surface at all. Any hard surface, biocide will not hurt. It will only help it. However, bleach, if you've got any lead, things like that, bleach will hurt that. So if those Velux windows, if you let bleach dry on them, even on the glass, it will like cause strange marks on the glass, which can be got rid of. But around the outsides, it can tarnish them and affect them if it's not rinsed off. You have to rinse bleach off. Yeah, on anything metal, because it really affects metal and wood. Bleach is like bad for, basically. A day to do the We Buy. I don't watch TV, Paul, so I don't even know what the We Buy Any Card dance is. I've not watched a TV advert for a long time. If it's not a daft question, how much should a gutter clean cost? We have 2 straight gutters. We've been quoted. It depends on the contractor and it depends on where you are in the country. So for me personally, my minimum charge for clearing gutters out would be 60 quid. That's my minimum charge. So that's for a very small house. That's basically what I set myself just to get out in the van. So if I'm going to go and drive to a job, there's a minimum charge there, which is usually a gutter clear of 60 quid. And that's my time setting up the van, getting the equipment out and everything. So that's my price, usually £30 a side. The average gutter job is between 60 and 80 quid for me personally. There is people that will do it cheaper, you know, and it's a very simple job. So, but what I'd always recommend for any homeowners out there that get somebody to come in to do their gutters, whether it's for 60 quid, it could be 150 quid, depending where you are, or depending on the size of the house, it could be hundreds if it's a huge place. Just get them to take pictures afterwards, and that would give you peace of mind. So if they just, when they're doing it, if they're using a gutter vacuum, they'll probably have a camera system on it anyway, so they can see what they're clearing out, or they'll get up there afterwards and check with the ladders to make sure it's clear. Just get them to take a picture if you're worried about it. If you're worried about price, you're worried about if they're going to be clear or not, I always will take a picture. So as soon as I've cleared it out, I'll take a picture of it, just so I can show the customer then, look, completely clear. Or if like a week goes by and there's a heavy rain and like, oh my gutter's leaking and blah blah blah, I can go around and be like, look, it was clear, let me go and have a look. And then it could be something else has lodged itself into the downpipe in the meantime, or there's a gap in the guttering, which is why it's leaking, which we didn't realise on the day, I don't know. So it covers, pictures will cover the contractor, and they'll make the homeowner feel a little bit more happy as well, and they'll know the job's been done. Because yeah, most people that will call you in to clear the gutters obviously are probably afraid of heights, don't have ladders, or they're at a point where they probably shouldn't really be climbing ladders anymore anyway, so they'll never be able to know. So people can get, it can be a very tricky job sometimes, because people can be like, well, have they even done it, or did he just get up there, and you know what I mean? But it's the same thing as well. So I'll have like if I go out to if I've driven 20 minutes to go and clear some gutters out and there's like hardly anything in there, I'd just charge a very small call out fee, and that's it. But then if the neighbour came out and said, oh, can you check mine over for me, and there's nothing in there, I'm not going to charge them for that, because I'm there anyway. But yeah, if you know what I mean. Hope that answers the question. What's the coldest temperature you've been cleaning a patio in? I don't really pressure wash anything below 0, to be honest, because I don't want it to freeze and then the customer to slip and break their neck on it, basically. Asphalt aggregates, yeah, they're the ones. Is Partridge your last name? Yep, so it's my last name. My name is Sydney Partridge. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I've just been cracking on with that other channel. I thought I can just upload like the less crazy stuff on there, because I know there's a lot of people that want to see just a normal job on there instead of just all these big fancy jobs all the time, so they can sort of see just how a regular job gets done. So that's the reason I've done that. It's going well. I think we're on like 6,000 subscribers from that, which is cool. Thanks, Sovereign. There's a Russian message there, or a Ukrainian message there, which I can't read, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Right, these windows ain't going to clean themselves. Good luck, mate. Thanks on the cat litter question. Have you ever been to Ireland? I've never been to Ireland. It's on the list. I'll probably go soon. 38 degrees today in, what's that, Australia or New Zealand? I can't see. I'll trade you for some cold. I'd love to be in 38 degrees today. Thank you, Hannah, and hello to your husband as well. Spartan said, nobody cares about the business more than you, so it's hard to find some of your passion. But that's the thing, isn't it? So it's everyone that I've ever spoken to has said the same thing, that like finding like a proper like right hand man or anything, it's next to impossible, because no one, and you can't blame nobody for caring that much, because ideally I'd need like, I don't know, a 20-year-old lad that wants to grow in the business, that I can sort of teach over time, and I know for sure that this guy's going to be here for 20 years, like this is his career path, is my business, and he's like invested, he's like, yeah, let's make this £1 million business, boss, you know what I mean, full of enthusiasm and stuff. But it's never going to happen. It's like, I think it's impossible, because I don't know, nobody cares. Like, people just want to get to work, earn their money and go home, which is fair enough, because I'd be exactly the same if I was working for somebody else. So yeah, I'm very envious of them people that find that guy that doesn't want to run a business, they don't really care that much, they just want to, yeah, see the opportunities of helping grow like a big company, I guess. But yeah, it's, I don't know, it would be extremely difficult to find, it really would be. So yeah, it's one of them things you kind of need like family for, you know what I mean? So if you need like the admin side of your business sorted, you know, it's best to go to the missus, it's best to go to the mum, because they care about you. It's like I've got Kev working for me, he's my future father-in-law, so it's like I can trust that the job will always be done to a good standard. You know, if I was gonna like hire my dad, for example, I know that I can safely walk away from that job. I don't even have to be there, and the job will be done well because, you know, my dad or a family member, they're not going to slack on a job for their own family, are they really? Like if I was doing work for my dad or for my brother or something, the job would be perfect because I don't want to let them down. So yeah, they say you shouldn't work with family, but I think you kind of need to in a sense. I don't know, it's difficult. Yeah, it's a tough one. Sorry guys, rumbling. Missed a few messages. Sean says, any cool jobs coming up? Yeah, I've got a few. I don't want to spoil it though, so I won't say it. Yeah, I've got school to do in February, so the first school of the year will be in February, which I'm looking forward to that. Go to Greece, I would love to. What's your favourite type of job? I like cleaning sandstone things. That's fun. Island, get over you. Yeah, I'd love to. I've had a few friends that have gone there just for like quick trips and stuff. They said it's brilliant. The pink stuff cleaner is good for lead glass stains. It was your video. Yeah, that's what I was using on that. It's all right. I went to B&Q that day. Do you know when you can find like a drill with like those scrubber pads on it? Those like soft scrubbing pads like for buffing cars and stuff. I was trying to find one of them because I feel like that would be perfect for it. So you'd have that, put some pink stuff on the end of that and then just buff the window out. I feel like that would be like a really quick way of getting like lead stains off glass, but I couldn't find one unfortunately, so I had to like scrub with my hand. It took me ages. I would do it with you, but I'm 32, not 20, and I'm from Dudley. Oh, well, keep in touch, mate. You never know. Thanks so much for answering my gut clean question. Somerset is sadly too far. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mission, but yeah, so 3-bed semi. In my opinion, you'd be looking at anywhere between 60 and 100 quid for a gutter clear out. Anywhere from in between those prices is a good price in my opinion. You could search for a partner. I mean, again, that gutter clear on a 3-bed semi, it's a half an hour job, to be honest with you. So yeah, down pipes cleared, clear the gutter and out. You'd be there half an hour, 40 minutes. So yeah, think of similar to calling out like a plumber or something that's there for half an hour to an hour. You're looking at anywhere from 60 to 100 quid. You could search for a partner instead of an employee only, so at least some small incentive. But yeah, that's the only problem is like, it's hard to just go straight into like hiring someone like, wow, this is your responsibility now. You're doing this for the business, when it's like, you don't know them. You've got to like know somebody first. So I'd like to sort of slowly train up like a young lad and then see what his, you know, because if he had bright ideas for himself and he was like, oh, I think I want to start up my own business, I'd help him do that. And I'd send him in the right direction to do it. But if somebody said to me, I want to help you grow your business, and obviously it would benefit that person in the long run anyway, because they'd just get pay rises, they'd get bigger positions in the business, they'd then be the one that's training the new guys and stuff, and you know, after a few years they might not even be on the tools themselves. So yeah, that's what I need to find really. Great content, thanks Peter. Just need a great office manager, middle-aged. Yeah, I want my mum to do it, but she doesn't want to quit a job. I did offer, but she didn't want to quit. Give me some motivation to get out there and start my own. 15 years of mechanic, I've had enough. You just got to do it, man. You just got to do it. Get out and do it. But the main thing I always said, if you've got a bit of cash, it always helps having a bit of cash saved. I didn't have any saved, but to be honest, if I had cash saved, I wouldn't have worked as hard as I did to get to this point. It's because I was skint, so I was like, I ain't got a choice. I've got kids on the way and stuff. I've got to go. Yeah, I always said, and everyone will have days when they're a bit down in the dumps and they're like, oh, it's not working out. I've got no work on. You know, what do I do? But I always knew in my head, I was like, well, I'm sitting here moaning and I'm sat in my gaming chair at home on my computer watching YouTube videos, and here I am moaning about work. So it can't fail, because at any time you'd be in a position to be worried or stressed or think I haven't got enough work in. If you're not outside trying to get more work, then you ain't ever going to get no more work either. So yeah, I could quit this business now. I could quit the business name. I could go completely incognito. I could move to a brand new area and I could start up, and I think I'd get back to where I am quicker than I did. I think it would take me less than a year to get the business scaled up this much again. Because if you just go for it, you can't. I don't see how you can fail. It seems impossible in my head. You've just got to work harder. So yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Hopefully that's a bit of motivation. But yeah, obviously if you're a mechanic, you've got a lot of it's a transferable skill in a sense, because you'll know everything about your engines, you'll know everything about your equipment and your machines. You can save a lot of money doing the maintenance yourself. you can also be a tool for the customers to help them out as well. So if there's anything that need fixing on the house, again, fixing stuff, being a mechanic, you're probably pretty handy anyway around the house as well. So you can make a lot of extra money doing gutter repairs. You could even do roof repairs. You can just fix stuff. You can be like a useful guy, and that will help grow your business as well, because the customer will be like, wow, I only paid him 60 quid to come and clear the gutters out, and he's fixed the gutter in and the thing. There was that bit I was worried about on the roof, and he's fixed that, blah, 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 blah. This guy's the best, and they'll tell all the neighbours about you, you know. Pink stuff or elbow grease paste, yeah, definitely. Don't get your family involved, avoid it. It depends on what the family is, though. Would you clean a really old church as it's bright underwater and not black, though? Would you clean a really old church as it's bright underwater and not black? That would be a good... I'd clean anything. Thank you, Rigor. Helps your anxiety. I love hearing that. You a bit of a gamer too? Yeah, not as much anymore. I used to be, but not anymore. I don't have the time. I wish I did have the time, but I don't, because I do miss it. I'm based in Burton-on-Trent, Austin. You must have mega muscles after using the long roof cleaner. No, everyone always says that to me, but no. I've got this same body I had since I was 17. I don't think I've even put on a pound of weight, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's endurance. That's what I've got, because I could go all day now, whereas when I started, it'd be like 10 minutes and my arms would be dead and I'd need a break. But now I can just go all day long. So I have not gained any muscle, which isn't... I thought I was going to get hench. I thought I was going to get huge doing this job, but I haven't. What's the jacket you're wearing, Sid? It's from Workwear Express. It's got my little logos on it and stuff. It cost a bomb, mind. It was for 2 jackets, 2 trousers. It was like £480 or something. So it's like, man, I could have got like Gucci for that. I could have got some designer stuff going, but they're good. It's good quality stuff. So hopefully it'll last me many years. Has YouTube helped advertising? Yeah, massively. Honestly, you can find a nice middle-aged lady with office experience to manage admin. Yeah, the thing is, you'd want someone that can do it all, which is difficult. So you'd want someone to take over the marketing. So someone that's never done that before and just worked in office would have no idea. They're just used to paperwork. But if you're paying someone good money there's not much paperwork in a business of this size at the moment. It's, you know, the outgoings and the incomings of a day is very easy to track. The van insurance, I've only got 2 vans, so that's only 2 bits of paperwork a year really that I need to sort out with MOTs. Invoices and stuff, we do one roof a day, maybe. Might do a couple of pressure washing jobs a day. Very few invoices needed to be done. It's like she wouldn't really be doing it. It's like an hour a day she'd be working, basically. So you'd want her to be doing everything in a sense to fill up the day. So she'd have to learn how to do the marketing. She'd have to learn how to maybe even edit videos. You know what I mean? I need someone to do everything if they're going to be getting a full-time wage. Yeah, but I will start looking at some point. Thanks for that, mate. Some cash, just bought a van and some leftover. Yeah, you'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine. Just crack on. Just get out there and get stuck in. Don't listen to any. There's a lot of doomsayers out there that are like, oh, the market is saturated. Too many new guys starting up. But it happens every year. And so many people start up and so many people quit because they don't have the right attitude about it and they think work's just going to fly in, which isn't the case. You've got to hunt for it. The first year is really difficult. But then once the first year is done, you'll have like a lot of regulars from the previous year come back in touch. And your name just spreads. And then I'm just entering 3 years, I think, now in Burton. And it's like, there's too much work now. There's too much. Like, if there was loads of competition, there's a lot of competition around here anyway. It has not affected me whatsoever. William says, are you going to the Clean Expo down in Birmingham this year? We'll need to grab a beer. Yeah, for sure, mate. I'll be there, definitely. You were busy chatting the last time I saw you. Yeah, mate, just come over and say hello. Yeah, I'll definitely be going. How far are you from Staffordshire? I'm technically in Staffordshire, so yeah, I'm in Burton-on-Trent, so not far. You look so smart with the glasses. Thank you. I hate wearing glasses. I hate it. I think these are a bit too big for my head, but I can't help it. I'm blind. I was meant to say underneath and not black, as old churches never cleaned. Yeah, I've done a few churches. So I'd like to do some more. Have you cleaned any boats? No, it's on the list though. I want to. If anyone's got a boat, let me know. Greetings for Japan. Thank you, Chuck. How many miles is that roughly? How many miles from where? From Staffordshire? I don't know. 30? I don't know, guess. That was a guess. Streaming pressure washing simulator seems the obvious choice. Hi from Tasmania. Easy now. Have you had a check from YouTube yet? Yes, you get paid monthly on YouTube, so you'll get paid at the end of the month, depending on how you've done. Some months you can be very surprised and it's good. Other months you're like, damn, like all those videos, and yeah, you don't get much, but it's swings and roundabouts. It totally depends. I always find the channel takes a bit of a dip in the winter because, again, it's kind of a summery job, isn't it? My job. So in the summer the channel's like booming, really busy, but in the winter it takes a little bit of a downtrend. But we're always climbing, which is good. I do put a lot of effort into it. Hey Emma, would love to see you set up. So you got any advice on getting more pressure washing clients going into the 3rd year of business? Videos are good. Make videos. Anything video related. So social media is just quickly becoming king, isn't it? So if you're getting videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube and stuff like that, even if they're not getting many views, if you put, I don't do it anymore, but I used to put the location of where I was working in the title on it, and that helps them because a lot of the time you're essentially tagging the place that you're working in. So if anyone types in like pressure washing Stafford, for example, your video might appear, your YouTube video might appear quite near the top, and it would have like a big play button on it right there on Google, and people go, ooh, and they'll click it. So a lot of my work comes from, not because, oh, the channel's big, and I've got a lot of my roof cleans come in from really old videos that I did ages ago. So I'll go up and turn up and they go, oh yeah, we saw that video of you cleaning that roof and off a ladder. And I was like, oh God, I haven't cleaned a roof off a ladder in like 2 years. But it's like those really old videos. They don't get many views anymore, but the views they get are from people searching roof cleaning in Burton. And my videos are showing up, my really old videos. So that gets me a lot of work, actually. They have no idea about the stuff I do now. They have no idea that I use scaffolding and all sorts now. So that's sometimes when I have to explain things. The jobs that I was actually finishing off today, she was like, oh yeah, I saw that video. I was surprised when you got the scaffolding here because you were using a ladder on the other one. And I was like, yeah, that's been a long time. I don't do that anymore. So yeah, videos really help. Tag the location in the title and it will definitely help you out. Window clean as usual for me. Hot water system does wonders. Yeah, too right. Would you do a GoFundMe page for people that donate money to do jobs for people that are struggling, or all people like that? So basically I've got the YouTube join thing, and I've got a Patreon. So basically all of that money, it kind of just sits in there and just stacks up, and I use that for fuel and stuff for free jobs. So if I'm doing like a school or something, if you ever see me cleaning a school playground, it's never charged for. I never charge any money for it. They're all free. And basically the YouTube join thing each month, I think it's about £30 a month or something that I get. That just stacks up, and then like it will just pay for the fuel for them jobs essentially. Yeah, GoFundMes and stuff. No, I don't think I'd do that. I don't even think if you're allowed to do anything like that. But no, I don't really need many donations for it, to be honest. I'm like, the YouTube join thing is sound. Again, just helps with the fuel and any chemicals I might need for the job. But yeah, I'm fine. I don't need any money to be doing stuff. It's fine. Don't jet washing sandstone add like 100 years worth of damage. If you use high pressure on it, it will, yeah. But if you steam clean it, so you turn your pressure right down, your water flow right down, and you use 150 degrees on it, it like, if you didn't have the heat on it, put it this way, you could put your finger in front of it because the pressure's that low. You basically just steaming the dirt off. That's been my problem. I don't like doing the office work. I'm exactly the same. I hate marketing. I absolutely hate it. It's the most boring thing. It feels like a endless battle because you never get the results from it straight away. I'm the sort of person that likes to do something and see results, but with marketing, it's a slow burner. You have to like keep at it essentially. What are your genuine goals for this year? I know you said things on a video, but a deeper take. Sorry, I still cannot speak. So yeah, just focus more on the YouTube. I just want to do some like cool jobs really. Meet some new people as well. Collaborate with I want to collaborate with a lot of people that have got nothing to do with pressure washing, so I can kind of like get into their lifestyle, see how they work, their self-employed business and stuff. You know, stuff that are slightly transferable anyway. So it'd be cool to like work with a roofer, for example, who might be restoring like a roof, you know, with like old slate tiles, and it would be like, yeah, so basically we're going to be repairing all the battens underneath, so we're stripping the roof, and it'd be like I might come in, clean all them tiles up before the roof gets stripped, and then put them tiles back on, you know, restoring the house. But like stuff like that would be cool, I think. Yeah, I don't know, just stuff like that. Grow the business slightly, but not too much, because I'm really busy at the moment, so I don't want to get stressed out too much. But that's basically it. Spend a bit more time with the family as well. How much is £400 in US dollars? Not that much different anymore because the pound's tanked, but it's, I don't know, it's probably like 500 and something dollars these days, isn't it? I've been following you now for 3 years. When I got sick and was housebound for a while, watching you really helped with the depression. Thank you very much. I'm glad that helped. That's a nice thing to say. I'm glad I've been a help for that. I really am. Never been one to like videos, but I've heard it actually helps. Thank you very much. We're on 117 likes. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Sid, love to have you come power wash all the paths and walls in my estate. Just let me know if you send me an email. If you go on any of my other videos, there'll be, wow, super rusty down there. There'll be an email thing in the description. Just send me an email. I might be able to come and do it. Hi from Tasmania. I love your accent too. Reminds me of my family. Oh, wicked. Are you still using the GVS system? And could you recommend a cheapish GoPro camera? Yeah, I'm still using the GVS one. Wicked that is. I've got the Spinaclean one and the GVS one. The GVS one is, I really like the poles for that. The poles are brilliant. And the machine sound as well. We've put a lot of use on it, and it's been flawless. What was the camera system you were on about? Sorry. Decent GoPro. So GoPros are all pretty decent priced anyway, to be fair. But you can get, if you go on like eBay or something, you can probably pick up like an older one for like 100 quid or something, and that'll be fine. Hello, Crazy. Hello, how are you, mate? Sure, I sent you a text. Did you just send it me? I'll reply I'll reply after this if you just send. Oh, I've been going for an hour already. I'm running out of moisture in my body. Love your videos, thank you. A lot of jet washers are ruining tarmac. Lack of education. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think, well, a lot of people that first start out, like, I don't know, because I mention in my videos a lot about tarmac and stuff, about how you got to be really careful with it. So yeah, a lot of people just start off and they'll just blast something, which is understandable because I guess you don't really think about it, do you? You just think this is a pressure washer, it's meant to clean something, and pressure washer goes, you start cleaning, you're like, oh crap, the tarmac's crumbling. But yeah, they'll learn. Everyone makes their mistakes. Hello, Aaron, mate. How's it going? See, £1 is $1.22. That's crazy. That is bad. Hi, Sid. Do you reply to emails? Yes, I do. If it takes me a while to reply, it's just because I'm focusing on work stuff, but I will get back to you eventually. If I haven't replied and it's been ages, just send me another one. And it'll bump it back up to the top of the list. Would you consider setting up a base for you for the business and set others up in other areas? Yeah, like a franchise type thing. I thought about it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's something I will consider to think about. I'm not too sure. My 5-year-old insists we watch your videos to fall asleep. The sound of the pressure washer has the same effect of white noise. Oh, that's wicked. I'll make next video I'll put out this pressure washing. I'll leave a lot of the natural sound in there without any music. Just got done with my evening football session. Are you planning to do another tank or something soon? Yeah, so I'm going to head back to Joe's farm soon. I'll shoot him a message, actually. I might go back next weekend. Maybe I'll go this weekend coming up. I don't know. Because he's just got cool stuff there to go and clean, hasn't he? So I want to do that plane. Yeah, I'll shoot him a message. He's a nice guy. Everyone go check out Mr. Hughes. Check out his channel, man. He's a legend. Hi, Sid. You're on my FB friends list. Oh, nice one, James. Yeah, just send me a message if you ever need anything, mate. How about running a course of washing skills? Again, I thought about it. It's just very difficult to set up because I'd have to, if it's going to be an official course, I'd have to get some sort of accreditation for it. And I don't know where I'd go about doing that. So yeah, one day. Can you do a video with the equipment used like Lance's? Yes, I will do soon. I'll do that for you. Drinking water so your voice won't crack. Yeah, I know. I've always had that. Quick question, mate. Can I get a 24-inch FSC for 3, or should I spend a bit more on a whirl away? I've never heard of VBOR, to be honest with you. So I'd probably get a Mossmatic if you can. The Mossmatic, I know they're expensive, but they're good stuff. But yeah, a whirl away will be sound. But I'm sure the Mossmatic isn't that much more expensive than a whirl away. And it's metal, you know, it's good stuff. But yeah, whirl away will be fine. A lot of people use a whirl away, don't they? I've never used one myself, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Or you could get that one, the one that Spinner Clean sell, because that one lasts, I've still got it. That one has lasted me ages. It's like grey. It's plastic, but it's grey. It kind of looks metal. Go on their website, have a look at that, because that was really good. That might be cheaper than that, I don't know. I'll have a go. See you later, Crazy Hella. The tank dude is the most British man. Yeah, he really is, isn't he? Hello, Thomas. Hi, Sid. I'm from Perfect Pressure Cleaning Services in Leeds. Love your videos. Thank you, mate. Oh, your name's Sid as well. 2 Sids in the pressure washing game. We might be the only ones. I've not seen any other Sids around. So we might be a small breed of people there. Right, I'm going to have to go in a minute, guys. I've got my alkaline water that I get delivered to my house. I've turned into a conspiracy theorist. I'll stop trusting tap water now. Right then, where are we? Right, guys, I'll head off now. It's been an hour. God, that's flown by. I've got to go back and make a video. Do some editing. Any last questions before I leave? Hello, Monts. How's it going? Bit cold today. Yeah, just a bit. Hi from Florida, says Donna. Thank you, Sid, for today. Respect. Thank you, AD. Let's hope my land battery's not dead. Take care, matey. See you later. See you later, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. How's the Vegas Pro video? Yeah, it's good. Crashes a lot, though. Stay safe. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. It's been fun. 141 people still in here. I appreciate that, guys. There should be a video up probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm also doing some streaming. Doing a bit of gardening, which is, yeah, haven't done for a long time. So, all right then, cool. I'll see you later, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.